Hi guys, Barry from Copper vs Glass here, and as you probably know, the Google Play Store in the UK has been expanding its functionality ever since it came out. We've just recently got the addition of music, which is great, and now they've just released an update that's going to bring you magazines as well. Now, I'm going to be having a look at this on my Galaxy Nexus, and admittedly, it's a small screen and not the ideal platform to do it on, but I haven't got my Nexus tablet anymore as I sold it. Not because it wasn't great, just because I wasn't using it. But now that they've got the addition of magazines, is that going to change my opinion of how I see Android tablets? Let's go ahead and take a look at Android magazines. So looking at Google Play now, as you can see, I've got my library widget on the side here, which of course is now showing my music, and now we've got magazines. Now instead of going into the magazine from this widget, I'm actually going to go into the application itself. Now I was actually quite surprised to see this here because it downloaded this magazine app all by itself. I didn't even do it, it just appeared on my device, so I was quite surprised. And now I've got this really cool line of play books, play magazines, play movies, and play music. So really showing the whole ecosystem here of the new Google Play. So we'll go into Play Magazines, and here you can see I've just got one magazine in here. The great thing about Google Play Magazines that I found so far is that pretty much all magazine subscriptions give you one free episode and then you subscribe after that, and I'll do that in a separate video talking about subscriptions. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at the main interface here, and you can see I've only got one magazine, so it's just flipping around here. I'd imagine when I have two, they stack back in a sort of angled line, so this line will sweep down as I scroll through them. So let's go ahead and jump into the magazine itself. Now of course, as I mentioned earlier, the limitation on this is that I am looking at it on a phone, so it's probably not going to be how you'd usually experience a magazine, but we're going to just go and have a quick look anyway. Now probably the main thing you're noticing first of all is that the phone isn't formatted, the screen isn't the right format for the magazine, as magazines are usually more square. So I have got a black bar at the top and a black bar at the bottom, and of course the keys at the bottom as well. Of course I can just go through and scroll as normal, and you notice when I scroll there's a button that comes up here that says View Text, which allows me to view articles as plain text without anything in them, and it does only apply to certain pages if it's formatted correctly. As you can see, scrolling through pages is quite smooth, but after a while it does have to kind of cache, and it sort of freezes and says, okay, let me load the next couple of slides. The actual resolution of the magazines is really great. You can zoom in here and it's quite crisp, and I could only imagine that looking at it on something like a Nexus 10 would be even better. Now of course if I tap singular on the screen, I get a view of all the magazine pages down the bottom, and I can flip to a certain page. And then I've got an options menu up here, which is just a random help. If I tap on the sidebar here, so very similar to Google Currents in one of my other videos, you can see I can view all of the articles from the magazine and flip to the one I want. Now this is actually a pretty hefty list just for one magazine, so I'd probably recommend just flipping from page to page, I guess. Let's go ahead and go just back to the magazine here. You can see I've got the little blue pin in the corner here, which suggests that I've cached it offline, which is probably what you want to do on all your magazines. You can see we've got things like view by title, search archive, manage subscriptions, which again I'll cover in another video, refresh. We've got some very basic settings here for downloading automatically when I get a new episode, and download only over Wi-Fi. And that's pretty much it, I guess. The interface is really nice. It is a little bit slow in terms of refreshing all the pages and loading the data. That could be attributed to perhaps the slow processor of this phone, as this is the year-old Galaxy Nexus now, so I'd be eager to try it on something like a Nexus 7 or a Nexus 10. So that's Google Play Magazines for Android, and of course you can find all the rest of the magazines in the Play Store in the magazine section, and there's quite a wide variety from what I've seen, so probably something for everyone. So again, this is Barry from Copper vs Glass, taking a look at Google Play Magazines for Android. See you guys later.